Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip, and today we are going to be talking all about what happened last night with Ben Armstrong, aka Bitboy, from previously what was known as Bitboy Crypto. In case you're hearing this for the first time, he was in fact arrested last night, and he was facing now 2 charges against an individual called Carlos Diaz, which we can get into the story in this video. But let's look through some of the videos that came out yesterday of this. I'm going to give you guys my objective opinion on this. I'm not here to take sides with either end of either the Hit Network or Bitboy at this point. I'm just here to kind of explore this with you guys for anybody that's confused as to what the heck is going on with Bitboy. And I feel an obligation to tell you guys all about this because we have talked about Bencoin in the past, and right now that Bencoin is going down, and this is likely the main reason for that. Because in case you don't know, Ben owns Bencoin, guys. If you like this kind of content, tap that like button, consider subscribing, but let's get in to everything that happened here with Bitboy. So Ben Armstrong, first of all, was booted from his own channel. Now, his previous partners said that this was all done legally. And after listening to an explanation, which we're going to look at in this video, it seems like it was done legally. But was it right? Now, a lot of people out there are wondering if this was an ethical thing for his previous partners to do, because it didn't really make sense. Bitboy Crypto's channel was, in everybody's eyes, in the public's eyes, Bitboy's channel. And for his partners to kick him out meant that they took all his money, his Lamborghini, which you'll hear him talk about in some of these videos. And it also meant that essentially they gave him no more future job. They kicked him out of his thing that he started. This business wouldn't have started in the first place without Ben Armstrong. But what you'll come to find out, guys, is that there is another side to this story. And for the very first time just yesterday, there was a video that came out from Altcoin Daily where his ex-partner TJ went on to this channel and told his side of the story. Let's get into it, guys. So yes, it is true. Ben Armstrong was arrested yesterday. What happened was he went to an individual by the name of Carlos Diaz's house. Who is Carlos Diaz? Carlos Diaz was an investor from the outside that actually came in to invest in Hit Network and Bitboy. And at one point, Ben Armstrong allegedly, even Ben admits that he was friends with Carlos Diaz. But then there came a story that Carlos allegedly, first of all, sent death threats to Ben Armstrong, which is unverified and undenied. We can't deny or verify that here. Also, it turns out that Ben Armstrong accused Carlos of physically assaulting him and tackling him. Well, we'll find out later that actually TJ on Altcoin Daily came out and said that in fact it was Ben that tackled TJ and that Carlos was pulling Ben back. So we can already start to see that there are 2 sides of this story unfolding. But what led to his arrest? Well, I want to show you guys this clip real quick of him driving to Carlos's house. He's going to Carlos's house with the intention of confronting this Carlos guy, this outside investor, because he feels like Carlos actually pushed him out of his own company. TJ betrayed him and started a partnership with Carlos, and now he believes that Carlos has his Lamborghini. Ben Armstrong thinks that his Lamborghini, which there's a debate to whether that's actually his Lamborghini or not, is in this Carlos guy's garage. So here's him driving to Carlos's house to confront him via live stream. Let's listen real quick.
Crypto! Hey, ask me how I'm doing. Ask me how I'm doing. Go ahead. Ask me how I'm doing. I'm doing better than ever right now while I know that my boss has basically extorted and blackmailed and launched a freaking coup.
So you can see that he seems a little bit unstable going into this, and some people think that he's on drugs. He's denied that he was on drugs. He's denied multiple times that he was on drugs. He's also taken drug tests in the past. However, he has admitted to taking steroids, a variety of different steroids, possibly too many steroids, as well as diet pills. So this could be a factor that has made him a little bit more unstable as of lately. But did this guy actually steal his Lamborghini? Well, let's look at him in front of Carlos's house real quick.
To Carlos's house. This is where Carlos lives, guys. I am live streaming from Carlos's house. Carlos has my Lamborghini right here in his garage.
So guys, that is the accusation. You can see his truck right here. You'll also see in this clip, I'm not going to play the whole thing. At some point he goes in, you can see he reaches in his back seat, kind of hides the camera away from something in the back seat, which turns out there's two things in his back seat, which we'll get to in a second. And then it kind of goes back to this rant, but let's listen a little bit more.
So today, guys, I'm going to be live streaming and I'm going to be telling the entire story of Carlos Diaz.
So he goes on to say that Carlos Diaz is this guy that's associated with a mafia member, which is, again, we can't neither verify or deny these claims, but he goes on a long rant and he goes on in an extensive detail about Ben.eth and using a fentanyl syringe to, as directed by a politician to knock off Ben.eth. All these different claims, which, again, we can't verify or deny anything, but this is a story that he said that Carlos told him. He's trying to expose Carlos. So some people are speculating that he went to Carlos's house, maybe with the intent of getting arrested and causing a scene. But what's very interesting is you got to kind of see the story. And so what Ben says is this, and I'm going to bleep out a part of this because he says something that I don't really want to have on the channel, but I'll show you a little piece here.
I go knock on the door, and you know what he does? He turns and he runs.
There you go. He said he turns and he runs because, you know, that word right there. And then you can see the actual footage. So that's Bitboy, and he is knocking on the door of Carlos right now. He said he knocked on the door, and then Carlos turned and ran away. Well, let's see what actually happened. It's hard to hear, but there are what sound like large dogs barking in this video. And so he actually ran. And so what I want to show you guys this for is it seems like, you know, he just exaggerated. He said that Carlos ran when in reality Ben ran, and probably for good reason, because there's dogs that could be coming out of this guy's house. And if this guy really did do death threats to Ben Armstrong, which who knows what the truth is with all of this, this is all chaos, this is all unverified, who knows, then I would run if I was Ben too, because I mean, I wouldn't even be there. I would never be in this situation. This is an insane situation, what's going on across the board. Very difficult to watch. You know, we're here to focus on cryptocurrency, but again, I talked about Ben Token. I think I need to give you guys an update on this story and maybe where some truths and some lies are, because to Carlos' point here, this seems like a lie because Ben said that Carlos ran away, Ben ran away. That's a silly thing, but let's look at the meat and potatoes of this thing. So, going back to this huge live stream, let's go to the moment that Ben is actually arrested, guys. So what you'll see, guys, is Ben basically knows that the police are coming and that they intend on, you know, having a conversation with him. And maybe, and some people are speculating, maybe this is something that he wanted. Maybe this is
where Carlos lives.
So let's go to the end of this here. Right there. So this is the moment, guys. Here you go.
Coin, I send the loyalty.
Right there.
This is crazy, guys, but this is all true.
No, it's still a little bit later. There it is. So here you go. That's the moment. You can see him with his hands in the air. So here you go.
Hey, do me a favor.
Yep.
Okay, stop.
How's it going?
Stop.
Oh, him?
Stop.
Oh, stop. I couldn't hear.
You have a weapon on you.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
So.
I have one in my vehicle, but I do not have a weapon on me.
Okay.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Take out your whatever fanny pack.
Sorry, I reached too fast. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Take out your
Sorry.
fanny pack.
Okay.
Put your phone down.
Okay.
Put your phone down.
Okay. I'll put the phone down. Okay.
Put the phone.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Put the phone down.
Put the fanny pack down.
Okay.
What's going on?
What's going on? This man inside of this house.
Actually, he's gonna check you real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the weapons.
I'm sorry. I have a. Okay. Okay. Yep. No weapons. No weapons.
Where in the car is your gun?
It's in the back seat.
Back seat?
Yep.
Is anybody else in the car?
Yes, there's somebody in the car.
Who's in the car? Who?
What's that?
Who's in your car?
Who's in my car?
Yes.
Okay. Let's,
Who's in your car?
Right at this moment, he knows who's in his car, and he doesn't want to say who's in his car. But if you notice, he looks down at the camera. This is the most key moments of this whole thing for me, because it shows that Ben kind of wants to lie to his audience here, and that he doesn't seem like he wants to admit on camera who's in his car. Notice how he says, who's in the car? Who's in the car? He's nervous.
Who's in your truck, sir?
Cassie is in my car. Cassie's in my
All
car.
right, Cassie.
Cassie is the woman that he unfortunately had an affair with his wife with, and she is in the car. And previously, he has admitted that that relationship has ended and he's working on his marriage with his wife. The reason I want to share this with you guys is because I don't know the truth anymore. And I don't know the truth. And I am not taking any sides here. But this shows you that he didn't really want to admit that. Let's listen a little bit more.
My wife knows that we're here, by the way. She knows we came to do this. But my wife is aware. So we're live on YouTube right now.
Okay.
We got about 2,500 people watching. So Cassie is a girl I had an affair with. She's involved in the situation with me and this guy here. My wife knows. We were just at my daughter's tennis match. Cassie and I have came over here because this man is extorting me. He's death threatening me. He stole my Lamborghini. My Lamborghini is in his garage right now.
And his Lamborghini was not in Carlos's garage. Guys, this was a very, very sad day, really for me, because I've always loved Ben, and I don't not like him, and I don't hate him, and I'm not judging him. I wish him the best. I wish him, support from his family, from his friends, mental help, also legal help if there's some validity to the things that he's saying still. All this stuff needs to be looked in. Justice needs to be served to any guilty party and any kind of crimes that are going on. But at this point, we need to look at the other side of the story, because this is nuts what's going on right now. So what happened was Altcoin Daily, one of the largest YouTube channels out there for crypto, who is friends with both Ben and his previous business partner, TJ, had TJ on the channel to share his side of the story. And I want to show you guys a little clip to kind of get an idea of some of the truths that TJ wants to get out there. Again, not verified, cannot verify or deny these claims by TJ.
When did the relationship with you and Ben start to erode? What were the first signs?
Mine and his relationship, when did it start to erode? I mean, I'd say really, probably this summer. I don't know about first signs. We've had, blow-ups in the past, and a lot of people could attest to that, employees in the office. I think the very first time he blew up at me was not long into our relationship. Might have even been before a lot of things were really formalized. It was when I was just helping him. The very first argument we ever got into, I was talking to him about a project that I felt like was a questionable project to be covering. And the specific word I used was cash grab. And he just absolutely lost his mind, raged on me, threw something at me he missed, but it could have hurt me pretty badly. And it was just a big blow up. And that was the first time I really realized, okay, he's got some anger, and, it is what it is. We worked it out later on. We parted ways for a little while. We came.
Yeah, so you can see already signs of anger here, and these are some of the allegations. He then also said that he verbally threatened him to kill TJ even. He's saying that Bitboy has done death threats to both TJ and Carlos. So they're really saying two opposite things, and Austin, I think, did a great job here from Altcoin Daily in just trying to stay unbiased, being friends of both of these creators and these ex-partners, and just trying to kind of get down to the roots of the story. It really does sound like maybe the work environment wasn't working out. Now, whether there was a coup or whether Ben Armstrong was out of control, the jury's still up on the air on that, but I do suggest that you guys do watch this interview and then look at some of the other videos about Ben Armstrong as well. But I'm just going to tell you guys that, in my opinion, we can kind of look at some of these tweets and go, all right, so he threw his friend Crypto Wendy O down into the dirt, saying that she was a fake friend, clout chasing, making fake news about him, which wasn't quite so true. She was actually kind of supporting him. He also said, altcoin daily's dead to him after this interview, which was crazy. So then he ended up coming out and kind of forgiving them and saying, I think he even said it on Twitter, that sorry to altcoin daily and crypto NDO for what he said yesterday. So he came out and apologized. And so Ben, in some capacity right now, he knows that he's wrong. And I think that he also knows that he's a little bit out of control. In fact, he says on a live stream that he did then today that he seemed a little bit out of control. Here's a video he did earlier today. It has 56K views. And you can kind of see how seriously he's taken it. Let's just show this last little clip.
Calling from Gwinnett County Jail. And I'd like to apologize to you guys about what I did. And if you guys could, I've got a donation address for commissary. If you guys could put that in, I would love to get a cup of ramen. Like, if I could just get a cup of ramen. If I could just get a cup of ramen. And if I could just make one of those jail burritos. You guys know what I'm talking about. The guys who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about.
So he got arrested last night. In that video you see, and he didn't get home till 8 in the morning. He got 2 hours of sleep, and then he did this video, and he's not really taking this whole situation seriously. And the thing that stands out to me most is that I'm very confused with what's going on with him and his wife and this woman that he had the affair with. And the fact that it seems like he didn't want to come totally clean to the audience with that on that live stream. He goes on to refute, and very believably so, he is very believable, what TJ said about him on the altcoin daily stream. And so I watched this video this morning, and I'm not going to play the whole thing, but it kind of left me once again very confused, very sad. I think that the era of Bitboy crypto could be very close to over. Now, I think Ben Armstrong is going to go on and still do crypto content and still be successful because he's clearly got a big following at this point. But I also think that TJ is going to go on and he's going to be successful with the Hit Network as well. And this is just going to go down as one of the crazy stories that happened in this crypto bear market before the last big bear market, maybe, when BlackRock comes in with a spot Bitcoin ETF. But that's not what we're talking about right now, because this is the show right now. This is the big show right now, and it's coming at the expense of a family, a previously very successful YouTuber who seems like his whole career may have potentially collapsed. I think there's still recovery possibility for Ben, but he's got to start coming clean with everybody and start telling the truth, and maybe get some proof on some of these allegations against maybe his ex-partners if they are guilty, and vice versa as well for his ex-partners. We want to kind of see the truth come out here and this be done, because crypto is bigger than this drama, guys. Crypto is bigger than this drama. This is sad. I wish everybody the best, but we're here to invest in the future. The new economy of the future, blockchain infrastructure, future technologies, and a whole new industry that could boom up because of this. Not necessarily this little trauma, but it is very relevant because this was the biggest crypto channel in YouTube. It still is, next to Coin Bureau and Altcoin Daily. But this has been a crazy event, guys. So that's my 2 cents on it. I want to share the whole details with you. If you did enjoy this kind of content, and you liked hearing some facts today and some opinions on this, I hope I wasn't too opinionated on it. Consider tapping that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more crypto content. We'll get back to crypto. I just wanted to share this news with you guys today. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, folks. And as always, you can't forget to DCA, HODL. And of course, guys, because we're not going anywhere, we're building in the bear market. We will see you in the next one. Have a great night, everybody. I got 2 videos for you if you do want to check them out right here and right here. We'll see you next time. Peace.